For the next 10 days, I'm going to be driving to some of the best national parks in the southwestern United States. And joining me is my lovely wife, Hannah. Neither of us have ever been to these national parks before, so we'll both be experiencing them for the very first time.
Jake!
So the reason this trip is happening is because last year Hannah and I went to the southern half of California. So we did Los Angeles, we did San Diego, which were awesome, but they're just more fast-paced. They're more like city environments. So this year we wanted to pretty much do the exact opposite. We wanted to go and explore, get back into nature, and we figured what better way to be doing that than with
National parks.
National Parks of America.
So yeah, we're basically going to start at the San Francisco airport, and we're going to check out some of the sites there, see the city for a bit. Then we're going to head east towards Utah, check that out, drive a whole bunch, and we're going to finish in Vegas. So yeah, let's see how this goes.
After landing in San Francisco, we picked up our rental car and headed straight for Alcatraz Island.
It's a self-driving car, like nobody's in there. No human is in there. That's insane.
Alcatraz was first constructed in 1858 during the Mexican-American War as a naval base. As the years went on, it slowly transformed into the maximum security prison we know it as today. Walking to the top of Alcatraz Island. Entering the cell house where they house the prisoners. At one point, it housed up to 1,500 of the most notorious offenders of the time, including the likes of Al Capone and Machine Gun Kelly. Wow. Going down to the rec yard here. Today, Alcatraz is considered to be a historic landmark, a sanctuary for all kinds of seabirds, and an interesting look back into America's history.
Goodbye, Alcatraz.
So we're on our way to the Golden Gate Bridge, and we got stuck at, you probably can't see there, but I'll zoom it in on my phone so you can see, but it's a 5-minute red light for this tunnel.
Are we going on it? I was not expecting to be on this right now.
Say hi. The weather started getting really windy, so we decided to get some photos and push on to the small town of Pleasanton, where we were spending the night. How are you feeling on this fine morning?
insanely tired, but better than I felt last night.
Time to make the 3-hour drive at 5:30 in the morning to Yosemite. Stay tuned.
Wow, that's beautiful.
It's crazy.
Jeez.
With the whole day of really nice weather ahead of us, we decided to rent some bikes. It's $30 for half a day, and it's one of the easiest ways to see the main viewpoints of Yosemite. Our trail started in the Yosemite Valley, which looped us around to Curry Village, where we'll be spending the night. There goes Hannah. Okay, she's leaving me. Normally this river here is a rapids, and I can show you what it's supposed to look like. That's what happens when you go in dry season, I guess. Less crowds, beautiful blue skies, but no waterfalls. So really any time of year that you go, there's gonna be pros and cons, but luckily we managed to find a creek. It's really hot now. Should I jump in the lake? No, I shouldn't jump in the lake. We got in. Just the feet. It's freezing. It's a beautiful day out. Couldn't have asked for better weather. I mean, we really got fortunate with that. After returning our bikes, we found this really cool spot by our campsite, where we ate Mexican food and settled in for the evening. Half Dome beer. So we made it to Curry Village. That's where we're going to be spending the night tonight. Got a bunch of cozy little cabins around here. Let me show you inside. Fresh towels, right in the heart of the Yosemite National Park. And I don't know if you can see, but we're right underneath El Capitan. Or is that the Half Dome? I don't know. One of them. The next morning, we woke up early to do the Mist Trail, which takes you to the top of Vernal Falls. The Mist Trail gains an altitude of over 2,000 feet and is about a 6-mile journey round trip.
This is stunning. Hi.
And just as we were beginning to get excited,
Closed for repairs.
with the Mist Trail closed for repairs, that leaves us with the John Muir Trail, which adds an extra 2 miles to our journey. Luckily, though, the folks in Yosemite National Park seem to work rather fast. So we just got word from the park ranger that the Mist Trail is actually open today. We lucked out, I guess. Unfortunately, there's probably not going to be a nice waterfall like there would be in the spring or early summer, but you got to take what you can get, right?
I've been trailing a little far behind. The upcline of this hike is insane, and now we're getting the stairs part, like 5 minutes straight of stairs, steep stairs. But Jake's doing awesome.
After climbing what seemed like 1,000 steps, we got our first look at Vernal Falls. Almost there. Alright, made it to the top. Check out this view, dude. Get a little closer so you can see. It's just sheer death. 2 feet that way. Vernal Falls. That was a long hike. And if you look down that way, you can see the entire hike up, all the stairs that we just climbed to get to this spot right here. I knew going back down the mountain it was gonna be pretty bad. It started getting really steep, and I was slipping, Hannah was slipping, and I'm like, oh my god, I can only imagine if all these steps were wet, you just slip right over the edge. Our last stop of the day was Glacier Point. Standing at over 7,200 feet, Glacier Point has arguably the best view in the entire park. Good morning from Mariposa. I got a pretty fun day planned today. Pretty much just wake up, load up on some free breakfast, and make the long drive to Kings Canyon and Sequoia. Just think really tall trees. And then we're gonna just spend the night in this place called Tulare. So stay tuned, got a fun day of driving ahead of us. Besides being the largest trees on the planet, these giant sequoias are also the oldest, with some dating back over 3,000 years.
This does not show the true scale of these things.
Walking through a tree stump right now. I don't want to state the perfectly obvious right now, but these trees really are big. Out. That is a tall tree. How cool is that? After seeing the General Grant, we made our way to see the General Sherman. We made a quick detour though to what was allegedly one of the most beautiful drives in the country, the Kings Canyon Scenic Byway. was not expecting Kings Canyon to be that beautiful. Like, I knew it was gonna be good, but I didn't know, like, just how good. I would recommend that drive to anybody. I remember I went to the gift shop, like, immediately after and got a souvenir.
What'd you get, Jake?
Kings Canyon.
Oh, that's fire.
After spending a bit more time in Kings Canyon, it was time to push on to the largest tree in the world, the General Sherman. So the General Sherman's tree is the thickest tree in the world, and that's what we're about to go see.
We made it to the General Sherman's tree. Largest tree by volume in the world.
So we just finished the General Sherman Tree Trail, which was way further than I thought it would be. Birds are crazy. Anyways, let's hit the road. Before we left the park, there was one more trail I wanted to see. Known as the Big Stump Trail, you'll never be able to guess how it got its name. Dude, that is a big stump. These trees are big. So, change of plans. There's a traffic accident going down the mountain towards where we're spending the night. So, we're either gonna have to sit here for however long, or we can go back down the way we came through the other side of the mountain. So,
Who knows how long that would take?
I don't know. Let's just hope this doesn't take too long. Right. Okay, so I just spoke to the ranger guy, and he says that it's an RV that crashed on one of these scenic highways with cliffs and whatnot. So it's going to be at least 45 minutes to an hour, he says. So but that's all right. I'm just going to probably sit here on this little I guess discarded tree branch and drink my protein shake.
We made it back, so they cleared up the road from an accident. And look at this view on the way down.
If you're a slow driver, then just pull over. You know, let people pass you, because people have places to be, like Tulare, and there's turnouts for a reason. Just don't be that person, you know?
Please.
Okay, ran over. All right, here we are, night 4, and we're at the Best Western Lodge here in Tulare. Check this out. A view of the parking lot. Huh?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna shut that.
See you tomorrow. Good morning from Tulare, California. Don't have a whole lot planned today. We're just going to be pretty much driving for most of the day. We're gonna probably stop and see if we can find a couple of points of interest along the way. So, yeah, that's about it for today.
This is a very, very windy road. Yeah. I'm getting pretty nauseous. Well, we somehow survived those windy, crazy, sickening roads, and now we're here in what's it called?
It's near Lake Isabella.
Yeah, and we're gonna go see the ghost town.
The majority of them were brought here beginning in the late 1960s, but some in the 90s as well. And it was done in an effort to save and preserve. They were brought from all over the Kerma Valley.
Hannah and I have been to quite a few ghost towns in our travels now, but I gotta say this is probably one of the better ones. Like, what do you think?
It was super cool. I really looked forward to this part of the trip, you know, being able to see like the super old buildings and see some of California's history. It was super interesting to see in person, for sure.
The rest of the town was rather desolate and not much to do. I mean, if you're looking to like go on to Lake Isabella, like on a boat or something, I could see how it'd be fun, but we weren't. So we just got some pictures and continued on to Panamint Springs. So this is where we're staying tonight in Death Valley in Panamint Springs. It's really small, but it's actually kind of cozy. Got a little sink back here. And I think this is a yeah, shower inside this little cabin. This'll do. That evening, we got drinks at this really cool little spot, which just so happened to be right next to our cabin. Just had a damn near perfect evening here in Death Valley at Panamint Springs. We were gonna light a fire, but it's just too hot. You can probably hear the AC unit in the back fighting for its life right now. We got some really cool pictures of the stars at night, and just all around a great evening. Good morning from Death Valley, and it is really pretty here in the morning, and it's so quiet. Like, if I just shut up for a sec. And show you how quiet it is. If I turn this around, I've been just walking, monologuing in the road for like 5 minutes now, and nobody's came by. Anyways, yeah. Goodbye, Panamint Springs.
You have been lovely.
You've been wonderful.
Super pretty.
Very pretty.
And hot.
Very hot.
And expensive.
And very expensive. Our first stop was the Mesquite Flat Sand Dunes. Here we are at the Mesquite Flat Sand Dunes. And there doesn't seem to be any type of trail or anything. We're just
kind of walking around all these dunes.
Kind of walking around, and it's really hot.
Yeah.
I mean, if you walk around here for longer than I'd say like 20 minutes, half hour, you just melt. And it's early in the morning too. Really cool though. Walking up sand dunes in the heat. It's not easy.
Look at this. Jake fell down that sand mound thing. He's covered. Covered.
After leaving the dunes, we made a stop at the Furnace Creek Visitor Center to get some more info about the park. Yeah, it was really cool. They even had like this little movie theater in there. It was playing a documentary about the history of Death Valley and the wildlife that lives here. Could have spent more time there actually. So we just stopped by the Visitor Center in Furnace Creek, and a really cool place. Got to see some cool stuff. It was like a little museum almost. But we're gonna head on over to the Basalt Canyon, I believe it's called. And it's 280 feet below sea level, and it is really hot now, so we'll see how it goes. we're here at the Badwater Basin. I think before I called it the Basalt Canyon. That is what we did in Iceland. But yeah, this is Badwater Basin, 280 feet below sea level. Get a look at this.
Jake's gonna try this salt.
It's definitely salt.
Yeah? Definitely salt?
Salt.
Okay, we gotta head back to the car now because we're overheating. We don't want to die in Death Valley.
So I think I figured out why they call it Furnace Creek.
Yeah.
It's really hot. Found a little watering hole. We're saved.
The only water in Death Valley.
Yeah, this place right here, Furnace Creek, and the salt flats here, is the highest recorded temperature on planet Earth. At like, what was it, 135 degrees Fahrenheit?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so we actually got lucky today.
Below sea level.
Yeah. The Badwater Basin was actually so hot that our camera equipment started to overheat and started malfunctioning completely. Hannah and I looked at each other, we were like, yeah, time to go. After leaving Badwater Basin, we looped around and headed to Dante's View, but first, we made a couple stops at the Artist Palette and the Devil's Golf Course.
We're driving to Artist Palette and you can kind of start to see the colors. Wait for it. Okay, maybe not. I think we accidentally passed the overlook. Jake's reversing on a one-way road right now. He did it!
Oh shit.
Cameras are overheating.
Yeah, if we stop moving and leave the camera out too long, it'll just stop working completely, which is crazy.
Look how cool these colors are.
So there are some other really cool hikes over this way, the Golden Canyon being one of them, but it's about 106 degrees Fahrenheit right now. And even the signposts advise against doing like longer hikes this far into the day. So I'm thinking we'll see the Devil's Golf Course and go from there.
Alright, we're about to check out the Devil's... Oh wait. Scrap that part. We're about to check out the Devil's Golf Course and it's quite a bumpy road. It's quite a bumpy road.
We're at the Devil's Golf Course. It's a little bit off-road to get here, and you'll notice that I'm monologuing in the car because it's like 200,000 degrees outside and our cameras are melting, so but we got some pretty cool footage out here. After this, we're heading to Dante's View, and that concludes our time here in Death Valley. So this is the top of Death Valley, Dante's View. And if you look, I'll flip the camera around. That is where we were earlier today at the Badwater Basin. And now we're about 5,000 feet or 1,700 meters higher. Couldn't think of a better way to end the day in Death Valley, though.
Views up here are just breathtaking, and there's a little breeze going too.
A little cooler than Furnace Creek, huh?
Yeah.
Anyways, Death Valley, highly recommend you check it out. Now we get to start the hour-and-a-half drive to Vegas. But we're not doing Vegas yet. That comes at the end of the trip. We're just passing through.
That's where we just were. Jake and I always say that every trip that we go on, there's always at least one rainy day. Usually it's when we land. We didn't think it was gonna be in the desert, though. I can't believe it. I cannot believe this right now. We're in the middle of the desert. And it's raining.
Right next to Death Valley.
Where did this come from?
What is going on right now?
You've got to be joking me. Just cleaning our windshield so our shots are cleaner. We made it to Arizona. On the way to Utah.
For about 15 minutes until we push into Utah. 2 trucks blocking both lanes.
Nice.
Let's go.
Nice. And now we're heading to Utah. We're gonna be on this road.
125 more miles.
125 more miles. Fun.
The storms from earlier had subsided, and we were left with some stunning views of the Utah mountains. Just as if the evening couldn't get any better, got busted for running a stop sign apparently. We'll keep you posted. Listen, man, it's our first time in Utah. Like, please, we're just here to see like Zion and do the national parks. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Because of a stop sign.
Luckily, though, I was able to sweet talk him just enough to where he let us off with a warning. Okay, so we made it to our accommodation for the night, just outside Zion. It's a nice little log cabin with an upstairs. Got a full kitchen, washer, dryer, spare room. I might even get a fire going.
Woo! Fire!
somehow this night turned out to be one of my favorite nights of the entire trip. It's pretty crazy how an evening can turn around. And we got the best view of the stars that I've seen the entire trip. So the fire's starting to go down now. And it's actually getting kind of chilly out here, so probably just use the rest of the night to sort out the footage, and tomorrow's Zion. See y'all tomorrow. Good morning from Zion. Had another near perfect evening last night. Just looking at the fire and stargazing. Wish I could spend more time here, really. It's lovely. They got a tennis court over here. Looks like they got cornhole and some other amenities here. But that's just not in the cards for us. So pretty much today, we're gonna be driving about 40 minutes in that direction, and then we'll be in Zion National Park. And I've been really looking forward to this one, so super excited. Sorry about all the traffic noise. I'm gonna move someplace quieter. Okay, word of advice. If you're coming to Zion, get here early because it fills up fast. And we are now walking to a shuttle station because there's no parking.
Well, we got here like 10:30, but I guess that's late by their standards.
Yeah, by national park standards, 10:30 is like late. So get here early. After arriving in Zion, we then got the free shuttle from Springdale to the grotto, which is where we'll be hiking to the top of Scouts Lookout and to the bottom of Angel's Landing. Starting the Scouts Lookout Trail. It's about 2.5 miles. Is it a round trip or just to get there?
Round trip. Wait,
Oh.
no. Just to get there.
So just to get there is 2.5 miles. So we'll be hiking 5 miles today on a pretty steep incline, but it'll be worth it for the view that we get up top. Tired?
We were feeding him at the time.
made it. Hey, the scouts look out. If you were doing Angel's Landing, I'll flip the camera around, you can see you'd be taking that route right there. But unfortunately we don't have the permits for it and probably don't have the energy anyways. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see all the people up top and going up it.
No. I'm so glad.
I don't know, maybe next time. I think this will do for now.
I would have died. I would have died.
It's completely sheer death right there. Still a beautiful view though, nonetheless. I sound like a broken record at this point, but this is genuinely one of the greatest views I've ever seen. Like, you hear so many people talk about Zion, and it exceeded all of my expectations. Just wow.
Hey, buddy. You a little sunburn? Yeah. There were a couple sections I was like going up, mushrooms started kicking in.
So overall, first impressions of Zion is just stunning.
Gorgeous.
Just absolutely beautiful all the way around. Even though we're not doing Angel's Landing, it's still
doing it. This was still one of the most difficult hikes I've ever done. So,
yeah.
very steep.
Not really. It's getting a little windy. This is very steep. Still got a long way to go. There's this really cool little river that we stumbled across. Well, I'd say we stumbled across it, but there was a sign pointing to the river. It was really nice though. The water was cold, but it felt really good after all the hiking and switchbacks that we did. So it was nice to just cool off for a minute and relax, take in the views.
Don't. You made it.
Made it, barely. So we were gonna look around for maybe some more hiking spots or, you know, just points of interest, but you can see the weather is not looking like it's gonna cooperate with us. So we might just call it here and go and find the Zion Lodge and get some food and pretty much call it for the day. There's a turkey. God, I love Zion. Oh shoot, he's getting close. Get the fuck away from my food. Go on, go away.
Go away.
After leaving Zion behind, it was time to move on to the Bryce Canyon Inn, where we were staying the night. It was roughly an 80-mile drive, and we got to see some beautiful views along the way.
Going in the tunnel.
Oh, it's dark.
It's very dark.
Holy crap.
Wow.
This is a creepy tunnel.
So this is called the Checkerboard Mesa. It's one of the viewpoints here in Zion, and usually you can see. Now there's usually bighorn sheep out here on the rock face, like climbing and whatnot. But unfortunately, it's been raining, and I doubt we'll see any. But still a beautiful spot, though.
What the
Don't do it, just me.
Yeah, we got the shots there. You tried this. Smile.
I got you. This is crazy. Let me show you around. Sorry about the mess, but it's really nice and cozy in here. Check this out. Oh, that's not the right switch. Full bathroom. Super nice, super cozy. Yeah. And I didn't get pulled over tonight, which is awesome.
That's always a plus.
Always a plus. Good night. One more thing I want to add real quick. This is probably the comfiest bed I've laid in the entire trip. So, Bryce Canyon Inn, 10 out of 10.
Goodbye to our little cabin. Heading to our last hike of the trip. Navajo Loop, Bryce Canyon.
We drove about 15 minutes to get to Bryce Canyon, where we'll have a whole day of hiking ahead of us. One of my favorite trails I've ever done.
So we're going to be doing the Navajo Loop Trail, which turns into the Peekaboo Trail, which is apparently really cool, one of the best ones in Bryce, so we'll find out. But it loops you right back around to Sunrise Point, which is where we are right now.
Apparently it's called the Peekaboo Trail because of all of the surprises that you find throughout the hike. It's like peekaboo out of nowhere. You just see the craziest views, so.
They're told to hike it clockwise, though, to get the best views, so that's what we're gonna do. We just arrived. Let's see this view. Wow. Look at that. Real. Looks like something out of a storybook or something. Well, let's hike down it. So we're taking the Wall Street side down. That's what it's called, Wall Street. Can't imagine why. And then we're gonna loop around to the Peekaboo Trail. very random tree. That's why they call it the Peekaboo Trail. You just turn a corner and you're just like, whoa. Just never know what you're gonna see next. There's a lot of horse poop on this trail. A lot. And if you look, way up there is Bryce Point, which is where we're going later today.
Way up there.
This is one of the most beautiful views I've seen. Check this out. We even managed to spot the horses that were keeping the trail fertilized.
Oh, that's awesome.
So the reason these rock formations are even here is because in the wintertime it snows quite a bit, and when the snow all melts, it chips away at the rock. Then you wait a couple million years or so, and these things called hoodoos form, which is what we're seeing. Pretty cool stuff, actually. We then had to make the long, grueling walk back to the dinosaur rock, which would mark the end of our hike. But not before taking some of my favorite photos of our travels.
Bryce Canyon That was just beautiful. Like, I don't think I've ever seen any rock formations quite like that, you know, not even in Zion. It's just so unique. I already want to go back.
Walking through a canyon. It's very steep. Oh god. Okay, yep. That's all for the recording. Okay. Careful. So literally right after we get off the trail, it starts pouring rain. But there was one more spot I wanted to see, which was Bryce Point, super famous viewpoint in the park. It is thundering really bad now, so we're gonna get some pictures and go. It's a long way down. And we got some photos, and Hannah decided to grab the metal handrails during a lightning storm and was almost electrocuted. We're definitely getting rained on. I'm trying to cover the camera. Well, at least we made it through the hike, right?
Yeah.
Back to the car, and then Vegas. We then drove the 4 hours, or 260 miles, to Las Vegas, the final stop of our journey.
So we got rained on, and that came out of nowhere. We didn't have any jackets or anything, so we're kind of soaked right now. And I think I kind of got electrocuted. Jake doesn't think so, but I was touching that fence and I felt static go through my hands. Very weird, but we ran back to the car and now we're on our way to Vegas, so 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
Woo. Oh gosh.
Goodbye, rental car. You have been wonderful. Till next time. Hannah found the giant lady. We're in Vegas now. Smell the cigarette smoke in the air. Mmm. Oh yeah. Paris.
We're in Paris!
What'd you win?
No idea.
Crank it. Nice. You won nothing. Last bet here. Pull. Hey! Big win. 10 more credits. Let's go. That evening, we found a really cool bar just off the strip called the Golden Tiki. Good morning from Vegas, day 2. It's gonna be a good day today. Got lots planned. And beautiful weather. That morning, we started off the day by walking to the art museum, which had some really good reviews. But not before eating a super nutritious breakfast at the Cosmopolitan Hotel. Just got a big donut. Open it up.
Oh my gosh.
It's like the size of my head. Oh my god. We got our waterfalls virtually in Vegas. we did some coloring here at this table. See, here is Hannah. Oh. And they're about to appear on this screen behind us. Here's Hannah.
Terrible.
There it is. There's her pink lion. And there's my deer. How cool is that?
There's Jake's deer. Oh, and there's my lion.
I didn't really know what to expect with the museum. I hadn't really looked too much into it before, but it ended up being pretty fun. We saw the northern lights on a beach. They had these massive screens displaying all kinds of artwork. And then at the end they had this little Vegas display. Yeah, it was nice. Alright, and if you're wondering why it's so hazy outside, I don't know if you could tell from the video, but
It smells like smoke.
it smells like fire and smoke. There's a massive fire in Reno yesterday. So it's very smoky and just not great out here, but
Just our luck.
it's just our luck. Nice. Well, we wanted to see the Bellagio Gardens, but of course, with our luck, it's closed. And they're doing all kinds of work on it here. So we'll have to get it next time. Hell's Kitchen here. There's our Chick-fil-A cup because we're about out of money. Maybe someday. It's worth noting that these hotels are absolutely massive. Like, we couldn't explore every part of them in the time that we had. Like, I was just blown away by how incredible the architecture of the buildings were. When you think Vegas, you don't think beautiful architecture.
We saw.
It's also worth mentioning that earlier in the week, when we were passing through Vegas the first time, we checked out this place called Area 15, and that place was crazy. Yeah, this place is crazy. Oh, shoot. Yeah. That's awesome.
Jake, you can't ever get out of nature, can you?
Wow, that's a good deal for that tattooed chicken. Don't forget the ice. Here we go.
Hi. Could I have one tattooed chicken, please? Where are we going? They had some right there. Oh God. I'm going in the back, okay. Where's the tattooed chicken?
Last night in Vegas, got the fit. Oh yeah. Enjoying our nice $20 cup of rum and coke before the show. It is a double, it is a double.
Smile.
You know, traveling the way Hannah and I do can be really go, go, go at times. We just want to explore and do so much, and it seems like so long ago that we were laying under the stars in Death Valley, or driving around, blasting music, or sharing quiet moments together in these beautiful places. Overall, I'd say this was one hell of a trip, and I wouldn't change anything about it. The only question now is, where are we going to go next?